Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Raliegh here. Today I'll be doing a video that probably some persons might be a little bit drawn back as to, wow, I didn't know that. It's interesting. Stay tuned as I talk about transforming that kiddie's pool into a pond.
Let me start that one here. Like how Martin Luther King would have started. My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is to live my dream.
So here we go. The transforming of kiddie's pool have been a trend on YouTube. Many persons, some of which I have actually been watching their channel over the past couple of months. It's becoming really a really attractive thing on YouTube, in which a lot of persons are really geared at looking. All right, so here you have a kiddie's pool that is inflated as a result of air being pumped in it. Right now, the thing to note is that these kiddie's pool, although you might have your fish swimming in it for several months, can be risky for your fish. Okay, first, while I do wish that I might have done this earlier, it is as a result of a situation that I have done it. Okay, there are some obvious issues regarding the longevity of the inflatable pool as a permanent pond. Right, let's look at three. If kept outdoor, the plastic or canvas material in which the pool is made up of will deteriorate. Just like any other plastic material or canvas, when it is exposed to the sun for any prolonged period, it will deteriorate, it will break apart and eventually fall. You may return home after work or after a trip or trip to the supermarket, and you realize that your pond, your inflated pond with your expensive fish, with your attractive, everything in it just looking good, it just fall apart and everything is dead. All right, as a result of it being exposed to sunlight, right? Good. Number two, many fish species have some really sharp fins, and this is something that I have spoken to Andy's Angel about, in which he have actually made provision so as to combat that issue, right? In addition to these fish in addition to these sharp fins, right, the fish may be very active. Now, these fish being active with sharp fins, they sometimes jump, and that area in which you have placed an extra sheet of canvas in or some hard material so as to prevent it from bursting the kiddie's pool, might just slip over it and it eventually bursts anyway, and the air in the pool actually leak out. Right, this type of activity coupled with the sharp fins can punch up inflated ponds, and eventually the pond will be no more. Number three, many inflatable pools purchased in Walmart. Many inflatable pools purchased in Walmart or hardware store or pool store or wherever are made with several chemicals. Right, just like how you have like board being, well, in Jamaica, I don't know where you are at, but in Jamaica, for example, where I live, it is known to be an area that is infested by termites. So board that is used to build furniture is heavily laden with chemicals so as to decrease the rate in which termites actually consume the board. Now, with the same principle, chemicals are added to the material that is used to build the kiddie's pool. Right, and this might be disastrous futuristically for the longevity of your fish, your pond, and the aquatic life which may exist in it. And these chemicals are placed in the construction, the compound, the molding. So therefore, it's not as if it would be washed out. It's there, and it's there for life. So let's look at some of these chemicals, right? The first chemical, algicide. What is algicide? Now, algicide, this chemical is used in making of inflatable pools. It is hoped that with the addition of this chemical, algae will not be much of an issue when it comes on to the pool being in the sun, and it's not being, overrun by, that green water. You don't have that green water effect, right? Yep, that's a contributor to smell, and you smell when you open that package and the plastic food. Yeah, that smell in it, like when you open a new plastic package, you have this stronger smell when you open the package for a Kiddies food, right? Many manufacturers of plastic inflatable pools use liquefied ammonium salts, and you all know that anything with ammonium is poisonous to your fish, right? So many manufacturers use liquefied ammonium salt within the construction of the plastic or canvas, which is used in the creation of these Kiddies food, right? We all know that ammonia is dangerous for fish and aquatic life. Thus, your fish would automatically die, probably not exactly the same time as you actually place them in it, but they will eventually die. And please bear in mind that fish also contract diseases such as cancer, high blood pressure, hypertension, right? Okay, in addition to algicide, the material used to build Kiddies pond also contains what you call copper ions. Copper is also used by some manufacturer, as this copper is considered in itself, right, poisonous to both reef and invertebrates, right? Shell dwelling aquatic creatures, right? This mineral will not evaporate from the pool as time progresses, so you can't really say that this copper ion or copper based material, whether it be paint or plastic or whatever, will be evaporated over time in the sun. As the sun penetrates the water, it doesn't evaporate like that. Simple put, it is there to stay, right? Copper use in the construction of Kiddies pool is used to prevent algae growth. Now, some manufacturers uses chemical simonase. You see it on the screen. Simazine. This is known poison for plants. Thus, if included in the mixture used to make Kiddies pool, your pool pond plants will not be healthy after a while, right? So you have simazine, copper ions, algicides. These are some chemicals, some dangerous chemicals that are used, that are lining that lines the whole Kiddies pool, right? Now, inflatable pools are constructed with main purpose of persons having fun and not being worried about unsightly look of algae, right? The idea of transforming your pool into a pond is not really the thought of the manufacturers. Many persons do not consider the fact that algae plays an important role in aquatic environment by providing enzymes to a balanced aquatic system, as well as an alternative and supplementary source of nutrition, right? For many species, it is meant by the way of nature. Okay, so that was a bit hard pill to swallow. Should I continue? Let's see what happened next. Okay, most if not all inflatable Kiddies pool pond are made with ultraviolet inhibitors, right? Now, this is known means by which many fish can be poisoned, right? This contains high doses of copper ion. Again, copper comes into place. The toxicity of the copper to the fish increases as the total alkalinity decreases. So that means as the water becomes more alkaline, whether it is as a result of the decoration, adding certain things to the pond, certain chemical changes in the pond, alkalinity increases. Thus, copper ions increases, right? Copper treatments are not recommended because, and that is copper treatments for many fish species are not recommended because it will kill your fish. This is why caution is advised by several medication. As you read them, you will see that certain fish should not be in the pool or pond or aquarium, as the treatments, varied treatments are actually applied. Now, if you are relying on zooplankton as a food source, then don't use copper. Also, copper ion treatments will also kill your daphnia, which exists within your aquatic system. Now, sophisticated inflated plastic pools has pool stabilizers, right? Within the composition of material used to make the pool itself. Now, the importance of stabilizer helps against the sun UV rays. Now, without stabilizer, sunlight can reduce chlorine in a few hours, right? With the stabilizer, the chlorine lasts longer. Thus, in the minds of the manufacturer, it helps to maintain more cleaner water as individuals enjoy themselves within that pool pond. Now, then what the stabilizer does, is that it actually helps to release help to minimize the release of chlorine in the atmosphere, because as you throw chlorine in water, it will after a while dissipate, right? It will evaporate, it will leave the water, just like a pipe water. You put it outside so as to get your aquarium water, and the chlorine will eventually dissipate. I hope that this presentation was of use to you. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Join me next time as I continue in my exploration in the fish keeping hobby. Raliegh here. Bye.